Welcome back. Now we will see that how we can set up the development environment for the Python. So you can go to the Google and you can type in like this Python download and you will be able to see the results. And on the top of that, you should be able to see this result, this particular link to download the Python. Just follow this and download the Python 3.10.7 or whatever version you are able to see, which is the latest one. You can download that. I already have downloaded. Once you download and you install it, after installation and download, you will be able to see something like this, IDLE. This is the Python default editor which you will be able to see. If I open this, you will be able to see how it looks like. So this will be looking something like this. Okay, so this is the default editor that it provides you to start working with. But we will be setting our development environment with the help of Visual Studio Code. So apart from downloading the Python, which I have already downloaded and installed on my system, so I'm not going to show you that how to install and download it because download and install should be really an easy task for you and you can do it yourself. And now let me just show you the Visual Studio Code, how you can find that out. So there is the editor Visual Studio Code. You can simply type in like Visual Studio Code download and you can go there code.visualstudio.com, and for the Windows you can check which installer for which for which version of Windows 64-bit or 32-bit for which you need to install it. You can select that one and you can install it. Okay, again, I'm not going to show you that how to install that because installation is fairly a simple task for these kind of softwares. Okay, so I have installed it. I have opened this one as well. This is the Visual Studio Code which I have opened here, and I have already installed the Python 3.8 version is there with me. So you can have the latest one 3.10, but I have the 3.8 version with me. Okay, so for that I have this IDLE Python, and with the help of that I was creating the program. With the help of that I was writing the program. But now for this particular course, I'm just going to show you that how you can set this up for the Visual Studio Code. So once you have installed the Python and once you have installed this Visual Studio Code, you can launch your Visual Studio Code and you can go to the extension. You can see this symbol here. Just click on it, and on the top itself I'm able to see the Python extension here. This is basically the extension for the Python. Similarly, if you want to run the C++ code, there is an extension for C++ as well. If you want to add the extension for the Docker or any kind of debugger, the git lens, anything, you can do that. But here we need the Python, so I will just install it. So it is just installing. After the installation, we will be able to write the program and we will be able to run that. So it is right now installing. Once the installation is complete, I will write a simple code with, which is a simple code and the very first code file which in which every program in which any programming language you might have written. So that is the hello world program. So I will just show you that how you can write and how you can see the output. So it is just installing as of now. It will take some time. Okay, so it has been installed now. Okay, so if it has been installed, we can create a new program here. Okay, so let me just close it. This installation has been done, and I'm just going to create a Python file because the Python installation was already done. So I'm just going to create a Python file here, and I will see that how we can, you know, use it. Okay, so let me just create one Python file here, create Python file, and let me close it. And here I'm just going to write like print, slash, not slash n, it's like hello world. Okay, so if I write something like this and if I run this, then what I need to do, I need to save it. So you can save it anywhere, like inside the projects. I'm just going to save it in any of the Python code. So let me just see where I can have my Python directory here. So this is Python test code. With this, I have created this directory now. And inside this directory, I will be saving my Python files. Python 1, and this is the Python 1 file. This has been written, the code has been written here. To print anything in the Python language, you need to use this print statement, and inside that you can write your string, whatever you want to print. So here we want to print the hello world. So I have just written in here, and now I will just run it. So if you want to run it, you need to press F5. So if I do the F5, then it will run it. And on the terminal, you can see the output here. Okay, so here you can see in below here, it is running right now. And after it will be running, it will be printing the hello world. Okay, so you can see that it has printed hello world here. So this is the way you can run your programs from here. Okay, you just need to write like python.exe and then you need to run your python.py, whatever py file you have created. So for that, your python.exe should be in the path environment variable. So if you have not added it, then in that case, it will by default take it because I have installed the extension, so extension knows where it has been installed. But in other cases, if you want to run it from the command line, then in that case, you need to include this path, which is the complete path till here, Python 38, where the Python has been installed. You need to include this entire path in the path environment variable in the system environment variable. Okay, there are two path environment variables. One is user and one is system. So you need to go to the system environment variable. Let me just show it to you. You can go to the properties and then it's taking some time, so I need to wait. This PC maybe again I need to open it. Okay, so anyways, it is taking time, so let me just directly open it. Advanced, you can go to the, advanced system settings, and then you can go to the environment variables, and then here you can see one path environment variable is there. So here and inside the system environment variable, basically here, if you do this and you launch your command prompt or wherever you are running your program, then in that case it will be able to pick the new path. So whenever you change any environment variable, after that you need to reopen your editor or reopen your command prompt, whatever you were using, to see the changes in effect. Okay. So I'm not just going to add it because I will be simply using this particular uh, Visual Studio Code for writing my Python programs. Okay, so you can see here how I wrote my first program, how I set up the things, and in the coming videos we will see that how we will be writing the programs for other Python programming aspects. Okay, so with this, thank you and have a nice day.